Hi everybody, it's Miss Lisa from the St. Paris Public Library. Welcome back to Toddler Storytime. Today we're going to sing some songs and have some fun. This will be our last session before summer. We will take a break the month of May so that I can get all my programming stuff in order for summer reading program. And then in June we'll start back up with story times for toddlers on Tuesdays. But we have 4 weeks in this session. Let's have some fun today. Grab your shaky egg or your shaky bottle. Here we go. Get up on your feet. Today I feel like shaking my egg. Hey, how about you? Today I feel like shaking my egg. Hey, how about you? Today I feel like shaking my egg. Hey, what do you say? Hey, what do you say? Here we go. You ready? Today I feel like jumping, jump up and down, hey, how about you? Today I feel like jumping, hey, how about you? Today I feel like jumping, hey, what do you say? Hey, what do you say? Okay, you ready? We're gonna wiggle all over. Today I feel like wiggling. Shake your egg up high, shake your egg down low, way down by your feet, shake it in the middle by your belly button, shake it up high in the air, shake it down low, way down by your feet, shake it in the middle by your belly button. Ha, good job, good job. All right, put your egg down. All right, let's do our new nursery rhyme for this session. It's called Little Peter Rabbit Had a Fly Upon His Nose. And this is Peter Rabbit, and you have to put 2 fingers like this behind your head, like this. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Touch your nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. Touch your nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his nose. And he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit. He flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Where's your ear? Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his ear, and he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit. He flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his tail. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his tail. Little Peter Rabbit had a fly upon his tail, and he flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit, poor old Peter Rabbit. He flipped it and he flopped it and the fly flew away. Good job, good job. All right, let's read our first story. Blue Rabbit and Friends. Once there was a blue rabbit who lived in a cave in the middle of a dark forest. There he is. You see the blue rabbit? Blue Rabbit didn't like his home. The cave was too large and the forest was too dark, so he decided to find somewhere better to live. There's the blue rabbit. At the edge of the forest, he found a bear sitting in a pool of water. "Good morning, Bear," said Blue Rabbit. "Good morning, Blue Rabbit," said Bear. "I'm looking for a new home. Do you know of a good place to live?" asked Blue Rabbit. See the bear? He has a red shirt. "You can have this pool if you want it," said Bear. "It's a little too wet for me." Blue Rabbit dipped his foot into the pool. "Thank you, Bear, but I think I'll keep looking," he said. "I think I'll go with you," said Bear, shaking off some water. Uh-oh, the bear got put in the water. So here goes the rabbit and the bear. Blue Rabbit and Bear came to a small house. In the house lived a goose named Rover. "Good morning, Rover," said Blue Rabbit and Bear. "Good morning to you both," said Goose. "I'm looking for a new home, and so is Bear," said Blue Rabbit. "Do you know of a good place to live?" The goose is in a doghouse. You can have this small house if you want it," replied Goose. "It's too dry and stuffy for me, and it smells like old bones, and I don't like the name Rover." "I'd like to live somewhere dry," said Bear, peering into the small house, "but I don't think I'd fit in there." Blue Rabbit sniffed inside the small house. "Thank you, Goose, but I'll keep on looking," he said. "I think I'll go with you," said Goose, waddling after Blue Rabbit and Bear. Farther on, they came to a hole in the side of a hill. The hill was covered in daisies, and in the hole lived a dog. "Good morning, dog," said Blue Rabbit, Bear, and Goose. "Good morning to you all," said the dog. You see the dog? What does a dog say? Woof, 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 woof. "Good morning to you all," said the dog. "I'm looking for a new home, and so are Bear and Goose," said Blue Rabbit. "Do you know of a good place to live?" "I'd like a new home too," said Dog. "This hole is so cramped and I don't really like daisies. What I want is a warm, dry, small house." Who lived in the house? The goose. The goose lived in the doghouse, you remember? "A small house," cried Blue Rabbit. "Goose has a small house. Perhaps you can have that." "You're welcome to it, Dog," said Goose. "You might like the smell of old bones." So there he goes to the doghouse. They went back to Goose's small house, and Dog loved it. He liked the name Rover, too. "But what about you?" he asked Goose. "Where will you live now?" "Well, what I would really like," said Goose, "is a nice, wet pool." Do you remember who lived in the wet pool? The bear. "A pool," cried Blue Rabbit. "Bear has a pool. You can have that." "You're welcome to it, Goose," said Bear. "It's as wet as you could wish for." So he found a pool to live in. They went back to Bear's pool. Goose loved it and splashed around happily. "Oh, what about you, Bear? Where will you live now?" asked Goose. "What I would really like," said Bear, "is a snug cave in the middle of a dark forest." "A cave!" cried Blue Rabbit. "I have a cave, Bear, and it's right in the middle of the forest. You can have that." They went back to Blue Rabbit's cave. Bear loved it, and he thought the dark forest was perfect. "But what about you, Blue Rabbit? Where will you live now?" asked Bear. "I think I really want," said Blue Rabbit, "is adventure." So Blue Rabbit hopped on his bike and he went off to see the world. With the open sky above and the wind in his face, "I'll just keep looking," he called back over his shoulder. And there he goes, riding away on his bicycle. Blue Rabbit and Friends. All right, grab your scarf or your piece of fabric, and we're gonna wind the bobbin up. Here we go. We're gonna go round and round. Wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin up, pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Wind it back again, wind it back again, pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Up in the air, to the ceiling, down to the floor, point to the window, there's my door. Clap your hands together, 1, 2, 3, pat your knees. Put your hands up. Good job, good job. Round and round. Wind the bobbin up, wind the bobbin up, pull, pull, clap. Wind it up. Round and round.
Wind it back again.
Pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Up in the air.
Point to the ceiling.
Down to the floor. Over to the window. There's my door. Clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Pat your knees.
Put your hands up.
One more time. Round and round.
Wind the bobbin up.
Round and round.
Bobbin up.
Pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Round and round.
Wind it back again.
Wind it back again. Pull, pull, clap, clap, clap. Up in the air.
Point to the ceiling.
Down to the floor. Over to the window. There's the door. Clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Pat your knees.
Put your hands up on your knees.
Oh, good job, good job. Okay, grab the corners of your fabric or your scarf and we're going to shake it, shake it. Shake all the wrinkles out of it. Here we go. We're going to scrunch it up and we're going to toss it in the air. So scrunch it and scrunch it. Get it all scrunched in there. We're going to count to 5, so count nice and loud and count with me. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Good job, good job. All right, shake it, shake it. Did you catch it like I did? Here we go. Scrunch it up. Scrunch it into a ball and get it all scrunched in there. Here we go. You ready? We're going to count to 5 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Ah, mine went really high that time. Okay, shake your wrinkles out of it. All right, we're going to go one more time. So scrunch it up. Scrunch it and scrunch it. Scrunch it and scrunch it in there. Here we go. You ready? We're going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Good job. Good job. All right. We're going to do a fun little finger play, and we're going to use our scarf. Okay? So it starts off with, here's a bunny with ears so funny. So you're going to take your scarf in the middle like this, and they might need some help with this, okay? So they're going to take it in the middle, and they're going to put it in their hand, and pull it through like that. And they're only going to have 2 ears, so they have to stuff it in there like that. So there's 2 ears. 1, 2. So take your time and do this so that they have 2 ears, just 2 ears sticking out like that. If they're too little and they can't do this, just use your 2 fingers as the rabbit. So here's a bunny with ears so funny. Look, he's got 1 ear and 2. And here is a hole in the ground. Can you see the hole? When a noise he hears, he pricks up his ears, so pull both of his ears up and go, both of them together, boink. He pricks up his ears and jumps in his hole in the ground and put it through the hole. Here we go, we're going to do this one more time. Here's a bunny with ears so funny. There you go, floppity, floppity, flop. And here is a hole in the ground. Wiggle your arm. When a noise he hears, he pricks up his ears, boink, and he jumps in his hole in the ground. Good job. Good job. All right, shake your wrinkles out and set your scarf aside, and we're going to read another story. Little White Rabbit. Little White Rabbit hopped along. There he goes. Boing, 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 boing. When he hopped through the high grass, he wondered what it would be like to be green. Oh, look, he's a green rabbit now. A green frog and a grasshopper. What's that? That's a turtle. There's a caterpillar and butterflies. They're all green. When he hopped by the fir trees, he wondered what it would be like to be tall. Wow, look how tall he is. He's as tall as the trees. And all the other little bunnies are on the ground, but he's way up here with the birds. When he hopped over the rock, he wondered what it would be like not to be able to move. Oh, very still as a rock. In the rain, in the sunrise, in the dark, at nighttime, in the middle of the day. He's just sitting there like a rock. When he hopped under the butterflies, he wondered what it would be like to flutter through the air. So now he's going to be able to fly like a butterfly, and he's using his ears for wings. When he hopped past the cat, he was too frightened to wonder anything. He was just going to run away. So he turned around and hopped and hopped and hopped as fast as he could go. There he goes. Soon Little White Rabbit was home. He still wondered about many things. Look, there's his family, his mommy and his brothers and sisters. But he didn't wonder who loved him. There's his mommy. He's giving her a kiss. And there they are, all in a family. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 babies, 5 babies, and a mommy. Little White Rabbit. All right, let's get moving. We're going to do the bunny hop.
Bunny hop, hop, hop.
Hop.
Bunny hop, hop, hop.
Hop up and down.
Bunny hop, hop, hop. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Bunny shake, shake, shake. Bunny
Shake your body.
shake, shake. Bunny shake, shake, shake.
Shake all over.
Bunny shake, bunny shake, bunny shake.
Ooh.
Bunny turn around.
Turn around.
Bunny
Turn the other way.
Bunny
Turn the other way.
Bunny turn around. Bunny wave hello.
Way down low.
Bunny wave hello.
Woo.
Bunny wave hello.
Way down low.
Bunny wave hello.
Hello.
Does Bunny want a carrot?
Nom 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 nom.
Then hop.
Hop.
Does Bunny want 2 carrots?
2 carrots. Nom 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 nom
Then
nom.
shake. Then
Shake.
shake.
Shake all over.
Does Bunny want 3 carrots?
3. Yum 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 yum.
Turn.
Turn around.
And turn. And turn. Does Bunny want 4 carrots?
4 carrots.
No thanks. Bunny's full.
Oh.
Bunny kick, kick, kick.
Kick. Kick your legs.
Bunny kick, kick, kick. Bunny kick, kick, kick.
Woo.
Bunny
your
kick,
feet.
bunny kick, bunny kick. Bunny scratch, scratch, scratch.
Scratch.
Bunny scratch, scratch,
Scratch.
scratch.
Oh.
Bunny scratch, scratch, scratch.
Scratch.
Bunny scratch, bunny scratch, bunny scratch.
Woo.
Bunny wave goodbye.
Wave goodbye.
Bunny wave goodbye.
Wave bye. Bye bye.
Bunny wave goodbye.
Song's almost over.
Bunny wave goodbye.
Wave goodbye. All right, let's read a story. Why so sad, Brown Rabbit? Spring had come at last. All the rabbits were playing hop, skip, and jump around the meadow, but watching from the edge with his ears all droopy sat Brown Rabbit. Why so sad, Brown Rabbit? Asked Gray Mouse. It's a lovely day. I wish I could hop, skip, and jump too, said Brown Rabbit, but I'm too old to play games. If only you had a family, said Gray Mouse. Then you could teach your children to play games. That would be just as much fun. Brown Rabbit's spirits lifted, and so did his ears, sending Gray Mouse flying. That's a wonderful idea, said Brown Rabbit, helping the little mouse to his feet. I must find a wife at once. Oh, there's a sheep and a rooster. Brown Rabbit set off with that very day. He hopped across the field, and he hopped through the woods, and he hopped over hills, but he soon discovered that a wife wasn't an easy thing to find. Brown Rabbit was tired, and his feet were sore. He hopped by a barn and rested on a pile of hay. There he is. Shh. And very soon he was fast asleep. So you have to be quiet because the rabbit's asleep. Suddenly, Brown Rabbit woke with a start. What was wrong? Look at him. He's like, boing! Something was wiggling and jiggling under the hay. He looked down and saw 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3 eggs. What do you think is in the eggs? Uh-oh. As Brown Rabbit watched, one of the eggs began to crack. A tiny beak appeared, then a tiny wet head. The egg fell apart, and out stepped a little duckling. There was another crack and another, and now there were 3 little ducks, all standing in a row. "Mama!" they quacked, looking straight at Brown Rabbit. "Oh dear, I'm not your mama," said Brown Rabbit in dismay, but it was no good. "Mama, Mama!" they quacked again. They think the Brown Rabbit is their mama. "Don't worry, little duckling," said Brown Rabbit. "I'll help you find your mama." He set off towards the farmyard, and the ducklings waddled after him. Very soon he met Porker Pig. That's Porker Pig right there. "Hello," said Brown Rabbit. "These little fellows have lost their mama. Have you seen her?" "No ducks round here," snorted Porker, and without another word she went on eating her breakfast. Brown Rabbit thumped his feet. He thought Porker was not helpful at all, so he hopped away towards the pond. "Mama!" cried the ducklings, trying to keep up with him. Very soon they met White Swan. Look at her. She's beautiful. "Hello," said Brown Rabbit. "These little fellows want their mama. Have you seen her?" "Certainly not," hissed White Swan. "This is my pond. I do not share it with noisy, messy, splashing ducks." He turned his back on Brown Rabbit and the little ducklings and glided silently away. Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? "Thanks for nothing," said Brown Rabbit angrily. He hopped on into the farmyard, and the ducklings hurried along behind him. "Mama!" they cried. "Wait for us!" Brown Rabbit slowed down so they could keep up. Right in front of him was Cackly Hen. That's her right there. "Hello," said Brown Rabbit. "These little fellows need their mama. Have you seen her anywhere?" "Cluck, cluck." "You are out of luck," said Cackly, pecking at some corn. "All the ducks flew south yesterday." Uh-oh. Hope he can find his mama. Look, there's a dog and a cow. That's a big brown cow. Brown Rabbit sat down. "What am I going to do?" he said miserably. He looked at the 3 sad little faces. "You're all alone, just like me." "Mama!" the ducklings cried and snuggled up close. Look, they snuggled up close to the rabbit. Brown Rabbit suddenly felt better. "How about a game?" he said. "That'll cheer you up." The little ducklings' faces lit up, and so Brown Rabbit taught them, guess what he's going to teach them? How to hop, how to skip, how to jump. What fun they had. He's teaching the ducks how to be rabbits. "Mama!" cried the ducklings in excitement. "Mama!" "Oh, please don't call me Mama," said Brown Rabbit. "Papa!" cried the ducklings. "Papa!" Brown Rabbit smiled. "Hooray!" cheered Gray Mouse. "You found your family at last." So instead of being a mama, he's a papa. And look at all those ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Why so sad, Brown Rabbit? That was a good book, wasn't it? Okay, listen, we're going to do a little finger play with 5 little bunnies. Hippity hoppity bunnies.
Hippity hoppity. Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, 5 little bunnies went out to play. 1 little bunny hopped away. How many bunnies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, 4 little bunnies went out to play. 1 little bunny hopped away. How many bunnies are there? 1, 2, 3. Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, 3 little bunnies went out to play. 1 little bunny hopped away. How many bunnies are there? 1, 2. Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, 2 little bunnies went out to play. 1 little bunny hopped away. How many bunnies are there? 1. Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, 1 little bunny went out to play. 1 little bunny hopped away. How many bunnies are there? Oh no! Hippity hoppity and hippity hey, all the bunnies have hopped away. Oh, I hope they all come back to play tomorrow.
I hope you had fun today at Toddler Storytime. Listen, grab your Rosie bear or your Rosie, ring around the Rosie buddy, and we're going to ring around the Rosie. Here we go. You ready? Ring around the Rosie, pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Boing! Good job. Okay, get up. Here we go. We're going to go again. Ring around the Rosie, pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Boing, boing, boing. Rosie and I had a good time at story time. Put one hand way up high. Wave goodbye, it's time to go. Wave up high and wave down low. Wave real fast, and wave real slow. Wave goodbye, it's time to go. Wave up high, wave down low. Wave goodbye, I'll miss you so. Love you. Be good listeners today. Remember to wash your hands and keep a little distance. See you next week.